Okay, I said we use their airfields. I never said we have.
We use multiple airfields all over the world, but it doesn't matter.
So yes, and why can we do that? Because we're allies with those fucking
because we have soft power, which the United States is losing greatly because of Donald Trump's policies.
No, he's not. Yep.
Yes, he is. Most of the European Union does not like the United States because of Donald Trump.
Hate him.
As someone from fucking Europe,
Canada
Europe does not like America any of the times. Okay, it doesn't matter which presidents. It's all fake. If you really believe all of these different things, right? And you really are sitting here and being like, ooh, we were respected under this fucking president. No, we were never. The only reason that countries respect, quote unquote, hold on, Rich. The only reason, quote unquote, people in Europe respect the United States is, one, we're the strongest military in the world. Two, we have the strongest economy in the world. That is all. They have to rely on us. They have to, because we're the strongest and the best country in the world. So it's not that they sit here and think that they are sitting here and go and be like, ooh, one president is nice and one president we don't like. They don't respect Americans. They think Americans are dumb and stupid and loud and annoying. They think we're dumb because we can't deal with the gun crisis. They think we're dumb because we have a whole bunch of drug problems. They think I have so many friends. I'm from Europe. Most of them think that Americans are dumb. But anyway, back to the whole Israel thing of sitting here and saying that we fund, as much as I love conspiracy theories, right, of sitting here and saying that we fund all of their health care and all of their school education and all of these other different things. We do not. We send we send $3.8 billion. I just looked it up. $3.8 billion every year to Israel. That is how much we spend on Israel.
So we're not funding their.
So when no, because I'm not gonna do, like, I understand you guys are like anti-Semitic and you guys just want to hate and pretend like this is some big major conspiracy, but it's not. Okay, it is a literal logical conclusion to just normal things. We send aid to multiple different countries and we send them billions of dollars as well. So we send aid to European countries. We send aid. We've sent, in the last 2 years, to Ukraine. We've sent $160 fucking billion to Ukraine. We've sent weapons to Ukraine. We have sent more money to Ukraine in the last 2 years than we have sent to Israel in the last 10. Okay? So this whole idea and this whole like little thing that you guys sit here and do, like, I can sit here and criticize the Israeli government on their military tactics and the military things that they're doing to civilians. I will sit here and tell you guys that I agree that it is wrong. But when it comes to the conspiracy theories that you guys are sitting here and saying, they're just flat out fucking wrong. And even an ounce of fucking research, it took me 10 seconds to just completely and utterly, like, just disprove that. Anyway, Ali, you had your
that's not true. Sorry, everything you just said is not true. You can look it up.
I can give you the sources if you would like.
We sent them $174 billion. $174 billion is what we've sent Israel. You can look it up.
In 1 year? No, it's not.
Hush your mouth, folks.
Shut the fuck up, dude. Don't ever fucking disrespect me like that in my own life. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So, I was thinking about this earlier, especially with everything going on with Israel and Palestine, and especially the comment you made earlier about just like the violence, and as well what just happened in Australia to those victims down there who I'm pretty sure it was a gathering and they were all Jewish, and somebody came in and was like, they killed them. And that's the thing. I know that's when you said you called them anti-Semitic earlier, and that's a big thing too, is because just because someone is Jewish does not mean there's, I can't say it, a Zionist. Not every Jewish person supports what's going on, but the thing is like both sides, it's both governments have done absolutely evil, vile shit. Whether it's Hamas, whether it's Israel, both have done awful things. And I notice on the internet, everybody talks about it. Every comment section you see, it could have nothing to do with Israel, Palestine. You see people just kind of shouting, free Palestine, you know. And to me, I feel like it's just kind of become a trend
No,
for
it's
people.
because
Like, of course, there's important things, but what I mean is there's a lot of people who don't truly know what's happening. And whenever you say something like free Palestine, free this, it gets you more views, it gets you more this because, oh, you're supporting this. But a lot of people don't know what's actually happening unless they truly look into it. And I feel like it's just kind of become a trend for people to just constantly go after it, like to bring that up, especially in places that, like, videos, whatever, that have nothing to do with it. And I understand raising awareness 100%. But it's just, I feel like a lot of people, they don't really care what's happening. Not a lot of people, but there's a good little group.
People use things like this, and they hide behind a moral high ground that is very easily picked apart. But they hide behind a moral high ground so that they can hate people proudly that they already hated before. And as simple as that. They are hiding behind this whole moral high ground of a genocide of an area that they can't even fucking point out on a fucking map. And they're talking about something and saying things like, as much as, you know, I hate to say it, right? Sitting here and making up conspiracy theories that damage and harm Jewish people here in America. We have seen a rise in anti-Semitism by 125% in the last year alone from people who are spitting, punching, doxing Jewish people simply for being fucking Jewish. And they're all sitting here and saying, oh, it's fine because they're Jewish. I've seen a rise in people denying the Holocaust and sitting here saying it doesn't matter. I've been seeing so many disgusting things, right? And so the reason that I kicked that fucking person is not because he was dog walking me, is that when presented with the facts from, by the way, CNN, a left-leaning source, when presented with the facts, he still sat here and said that we've sent $170 billion in a year to Israel, which is just factually inaccurate. It's just, I'm sorry. And I don't do factually inaccurate statements. I know you guys want to believe these conspiracy theories because it fuels your hatred and it fuels it and you need it. But it's anti-Semitic. It's disgusting. And I don't like it. I'm not gonna be a part of it.
Exactly. And like, I don't agree with either Israel or Palestine with what's going on. What the thing is, and I have some friends too who, like, I have a friend who's very pro-Palestine and they do not believe that anybody in Israel is suffering. But when it comes to a war, people are suffering on both sides. You know, there's people like you and me who are just trying to go to work, trying to go to school, trying to go home to their families. Regardless, like, you know, there's a war going on. And the thing is like, you gotta look at it that there's people suffering on both sides. And like you said, the anti-Semitism with what's going on, people shouldn't be killed for the religion. And yes, that is happening in Palestine, that is happening in Israel, that is happening all over the country. And the fact that, like you said, people are denying the Holocaust. The Holocaust was an absolutely awful thing. And the more that people, like, I notice, like, I remember in school, like, we took that seriously, you know, and I'm young, I'm only 22, you know, but I noticed, like, it's starting to get so, I don't know. I don't know what's happening with everything. Obviously, it's like what's going on in the media. People, you know, like you said, there's conspiracy theories, all that type of stuff. And it's just, I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it very well. I'm not good at the debates, but it's...
Yeah, no, I get it.
History is being lost, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean, if you promote right-wing ideas, then right-wing ideas are going to take hold. And unfortunately, you know, those people who are, you know, anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic are usually right-leaning people.
But we're seeing it on the left as well.
Yes,
it's a weird thing, actually. It's weird that like Nick Fuentes, like it's the Nick Fuenteses and like the far left people, the one thing that they're coalescing around is a hatred of Israel and hatred of Jewish people. It's weird. And it should be very worrying to just average Americans, right? If you're just an average person that's sitting here and it's just like, you know what, I don't like maybe Republican ideas or I don't like Democrat ideas, whatever, that's fine, right? But the far fringes of each group uniting on this, and I've seen this in Republican lives and Democrat lives where it's fine to sit here and say anti-Semitic fucking shit, and they don't care. And they're just sitting here and spewing it, and it's disgusting.
Did you just call Nick Fuentes far left?
No, he's far right. I said far right and far left.
Who's on the far left, though? Who's on the far left that's, being anti, like Holocaust denier?
Let me go. I can't remember his name. The Young Turks guy, whatever his name is.
Hassan Piker?
Hassan Piker's, yeah.
Okay.
He's never denied that.
No, the Young Turks is not the Hassan. Hassan's a different person. The Young Turks he's like an older guy. I can't remember his name. I can go look it up. I was in a group chat talking about it.
Are you talking about Cenk Uyghur?
Yeah.
Bro, neither of those people are Holocaust deniers. You're fucking delusional.
No, I didn't say Holocaust deniers. I said that they're coming around hatred of Israel and Jewish people.
No, they aren't.
Bro.
No, you can say whatever you want, but they literally aren't.
Yeah, bro,
they despise Zionists. Yeah. Try to the same thing.
They have.
Cenk distinguishes the difference between Zionists and like Jews in general.
Yes, because there is a distinct difference.
You know that 80% of Jewish people are Zionists?
Yeah, but
that's an unfortunate overlap.
To conflate the two groups of people is deeply anti-Semitic.
And ultimately dangerous to Judaism and Jews in general. Because there are more Christian Zionists than there are Jewish Zionists.
That's because there's more Christians in the world than there are Jewish people in the world.
Sure.
It's stupid.
But the rate of evangelical Christians that are Zionists is higher than like Jewish people that are Zionists.
Christian Zionists just genuinely believe that Israel should have the right to exist.
No, they genuinely believe in an ethno-state and they want to try to do the same thing here.
No, they don't.
Yes, they literally fucking do, bro.
Well, generally, Christian
you're like a
Zionists,
child.
No, that's so silly.
To be fair, Christian Zionists have generally been seen to believe that the Jewish community have to be occupying Palestine in order for the rapture to take place. I mean,
so they're in it for their own end of the world event.
Yeah, it's self-interest.
It's completely self-serving.
Christians believe, because the Bible says it, that that 7 nations will all attack Israel, and that the nations that defend Israel will be blessed by God. That's what they believe, right? Not that Israel needs to take or conquer land. In fact, the whole story that Christians believe is that Israel will get
So you think they get billions and billions of our dollars?
It's literally
for not to like
3.8 billion.
Continue pushing white supremacy in the Middle East. Not to continue
Jewish
being
white.
The U.S.'s. You're trying to say Israeli people aren't white?
Jewish people
are white.
Some of them are
Most
white.
Jewish people are white.
Some of them are white.
Like, do you think about the words that you're saying before you say them, or are you just like purely reactionary?
It's a part of the Middle East, though, correct?
Israel is a Western installed state in the Middle East that is occupied by predominantly white people. I don't understand how you don't see how it doesn't cause, or it causes its own fucking issues just by existing.
One of the highest instances of skin melanomas on Earth.
Like, how is it okay to have an unsinkable aircraft carrier in the Middle East where you have already spent decades and decades and decades like creating conflict for your own financial gain. Like, how do you not see that this is just not a continuation of that?
We sent more money to other fucking countries, and you guys aren't fucking complaining about that. It's just your anti-Semitic shit.
I'm not anti-Semitic. I am an anti-Zionist. I am an anti-Zionist. I live in a predominantly Jewish community. Fuck you.
Well,
I am not an anti-Semite.
I feel bad for that.
Also,
what
fucking Palestinians are Semites as well.
Graham,
Yeah, like,
what did he say? Wait.
You're just,
What did he say?
I know where he's going with this.
Sorry, Alex. What did he say that was specifically anti-Semitic? What part of it? What part of it was?
I know where he's going with it, but
no, I know I'm not where he's going. What did he say on the live right now that you think is anti-Semitic?
No, because I came into the conversation whenever you tried to group Nick Fuentes with leftists, just proving you have no idea how anything works.
Valid take. That is a pretty valid.
That's
take.
not a valid take in any way, shape, or form. That's directly.
The Young Turks guy literally sat here and said.
nowhere-
First of all,
wait.
the Young Turks guy literally sat here and said, "I would love to work with Nick Fuentes." Dude,
Who?
I'm sorry, it's not
Who?
my fault.
Come on,
the
Jink.
fucking clip
Yes,
boy.
or whatever.
They're
his name
debaters, Alex. You
Hank?
don't debate Nick Fuentes.
is. Why would you debate? Why would
Shaky
you
Gear?
debate someone like that?
He's
Like,
debated
honestly.
Charlie Kirk. He's debated a lot of people.
Charlie Kirk isn't even as far right as Nick Fuentes is.
Not that
No,
far.
Nick Fuentes hated Charlie Kirk.
Nick Fuentes is
Like,
extremely
he's a
far.
Jewish
Nick
thing.
Fuentes is
Wait,
on
guys, like,
the
You don't
outward
understand like
bound
the
of
different
far right.
progressions. You
Wait a
guys think that
second,
just
I
because
do
you're fucking
understand these
progressive
people.
that
I've
you
been
have
on
nothing
panel.
wrong
Wait,
with your
Alex,
fucking party. It's annoying.
chill, dude.
It's
I've
annoying.
been on panels with Nick Fuentes myself. What I'm telling you is these people, they debate for a living. Okay, so when Jing says, and I hate Jing personally, when Jing says he wants to work with Nick Fuentes, not because he's a fucking Nazi, it's because he wants to debate the dude. Like Pierce Morgan just debated Nick Fuentes. You
Literally
would say
had him
Pierce
on
Morgan-
national
And
television.
we shouldn't have done that. Like, he shouldn't have done that. That's
I agree.
He did.
He should stay in the corners of the internet where he.
Well, he's not. That's the
I think that anyone who platforms Nick Fuentes is problematic.
Dude,
as fuck.
dude. This is not
I would not
2015.
platform.
Wait, it's not